God is more than a one-dimensional God. You're like, what in the world is that? I know. Just I'll explain.
Talk yourself happy.
Okay, so here's the deal. So I'm outside gardening yesterday because it's the first of spring and lovely, and I was feeling domestic. As I was just kind of picking the weeds and stuff, I start thinking about God and the different aspects of Him. And it's funny because when I was younger, I grew up in a Christian home. I got saved when I was 5. Everything was easy. And I only knew one side of God. And that was the one dimension of God, that God is good. Why? Because my life was good. I grew up in a wonderful Christian home, went to college, got a great job, had a wonderful house. And when life is good, it's easy to say that God is good. And it's also easy to kind of ignore God because you don't really need Him. But that's a different blog for a different time. We're going to talk about that one day too. But it wasn't until I went through adversities and challenges and just struggles in my life that I saw other sides of God. Like, for instance, we can say, or I can tell you that God heals, right? But it's not until you're sick and then you feel the healing touch of God do you see and experience another dimension of God, that God is a good God, but He's also a God who heals. It's the same thing that God is a delivering God, that God is a lover, that God helps you when you're lonely, that God is a forgiving God. All these different aspects make up God. So when we ask ourselves questions like, why did these things happen? Why do sometimes bad things happen or challenging things happen? They happen sometimes for reasons we don't know, but God will always use it for His glory to show you different sides of Him. So embrace the side that God is showing you today. If you need forgiveness, know that God is a God who forgives. If you need love, know that God is love. If you need just someone to be by your side when you're feeling lonely, know that God said He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Why? Because God is straight up the bomb. Why? Because He's more than a one-dimensional God. He's multifaceted and He loves you. Now you tell me, why is God good to you? And tell me or share with me one of the different facets of God's goodness or healing or delivering or His sovereign power, whatever it is, I want to know. So tell me.
Girl, I just talked myself happy.